Let's see what we can see from this port. Look at that, we're docked in the shadow of this huge asteroid. Placing it next to that ship, you get a sense of the scale of all this. The nerd part of my brain should find this cool, but I already know what to expect since we've apparently opted for the Event Horizon School of Ship Design. Hello everyone, and welcome to Cosmodread, a VR roguelite horror game from the creators of VR classic Dreadhalls. But this one I'm excited for because it seems like this is going to be a little bit heavier on the gameplay end of things. We're going to have to craft, hide, and survive in order to, I guess, find our way out of this situation. But dying, as with any roguelite, is part of the experience. So that should do great things for my heart. Let's get started. Starting weapon, ooh, there's weapons! Okay. Unlock weapons by getting their fabrication blueprints. Well, let's board. Seems like we made a hard landing. Well, I guess we made it. Alright, left stick to move. And point with your hand and use grip button to grab things. Okay, so do we have to actually physically grip? No, we can do it from a distance. You can place items in your inventory, open it with the left hand B or right hand B. Wait. There we go. Point with your hand and use grip. There we go. Is this like a crossbow? And our flashlight is attached to it, which we're going to need. Okay, systems unstable. I was just given bolts, so how do I can bring that out and put you there, and now we're good to go. Oh yeah, I'm ready to take on the world here. I have to actually reach out and pull these doors apart. Find your bearings, reach the courtyard. The objective menu reflects your current goals. Now, from what I understand, this game is not all that long. However, much like its predecessor, these environments are procedurally generated, and so it really is a different experience every time. Power battery, portable battery used to power up rooms during emergencies. Use your mini-map to better orient yourself. We've got a mini-map right there on our wrist. That's so cool. That's the real strength of VR, is diegetic HUDs. Place the correct keycard into the slot to unlock this door. Okay. So I imagine it's going to have to be that way. To toggle your flashlight, select it with your other hand and press trigger. Hang on. I see. And this will go down at our side. And presumably we can use that battery to power on this wall thingy. Not that we really want that for this hallway right here. I'm hearing footsteps. And I hear something squicky. Keep an eye on your oxygen level. Find and use oxygen canisters to replenish it. Oh god, we really are on the clock. So at this moment, I'm wondering if I should be closing doors behind me. Some very not good things are happening here. The sound is getting louder. Some of these masses are actually writhing, pulsating. I don't know if I should waste a bolt on them. That doesn't seem wise. You guys, on the other hand, seem hard to hit. Let me through. Okay, can I hide in these lockers? No, it doesn't seem so. 3. Okay, well, I don't want to remove you, but what does 3 actually mean in this context? Are you limited in time? I'm limited in time. I don't have O2. There must be a key card or something somewhere, though. There we go. Wait. Data drive might contain valuable information. Jar of food. Can we maybe, like, craft with that or something? Book, can of food. Yeah, it's seeming like just about everything can be interacted with in some capacity. Maybe if I turn on the lights in here.
Structural damage in sections 4 to 8, sector 6, section 11, sector 9, section 2, sector 10. Please stay away of the affected areas.
Seems like just about everything, honestly. What if I put you in here? I can't actually seem to get close. Yep, there we go. Now we've got to manually turn you on. And that seemingly caused all of you to go away, so that's what we use the power for. Okay, this is not the kind of room you enter unarmed. Oh, there's a dense fog in here, which makes for a nice haze for my flashlight to pierce through, also limits my visibility severely. Shut up, phone. What are you? Oxygen canister. Place against your mouth to replenish your suit's oxygen. I can't. How do I? There we go. Okay, I don't think there's any reason to go down there. I'm just waiting for the moment I get to find out how practical combat really is here. It says we're trying to make our way to some sort of courtyard. For that we need a key card. Okay? And there we go. We do not need a free hand in order to do that, which is nice. But you're putting me through a lot of build-up. And it has me really concerned for when something's going to drop down now that I'm required to backtrack. Especially when it sounds like something is moving about on the upper levels. Alright, right this way we should be okay. We just gotta keep it moving. Oh, where was that key card? Right across that way, I think. Don't you go doing that to me with your unreliable power. Okay. Key card right here. And now we can drag you down. And you'll open up. Imagine if there was an enemy right there. Just imagine. Oh, that's a lot of things to do. The dream meets the reality. Okay. Now what is this over here? Insufficient power. Insert data drives into these computer terminals to unlock their contents. Okay, and I think I remember reading a Steam review that said that these things carry over between runs. So we're definitely gonna want that. Oh god, I can hear more grossness too. Alright, I know that there's batteries back the other way, so we'll go for those first. In fact, there's one right here. Come on. I don't immediately need you.
Attention. Oxygen concentration below minimum levels. It is recommended you make use of emergency oxygen canisters.
Okay, now what's the deal with you? You're ready to accept drives. Hang on, let's back up a bit. That sounded a lot like a monster. Fabrication blueprint acquired. Noisemaker. A device that produces loud noises to attract nearby hostiles. By adding a simple signal amplifier to a standard miniaturized speaker design, it's possible to play loud HF noises. This device can be used as bait or a temporary distraction. We probably are not meant to fight. What? Oh, God. How do I... Oh, I gotta pull this back. Okay. Ow. How do I kill you? Okay, best bet at this point? Probably just to rip you out, right? God, why did you just suddenly start attacking me? Alright, you're loaded up. We used a handful of those things right there. I think this run is pretty much over before it started. There's no real sight to aim this thing with. I kind of get the impression you're not really supposed to be trying to fight turrets. Just power them down. I can hear guys that way. I need to heal. Oh, that door is malfunctioning. Meaning that any manner of spookiness can occur at any time, right? Wow, these actually look just like the terminals from Alien Isolation. I am dying in a multitude of ways right now, which is not the best thing for me. Let's go in the way I haven't heard badness. There is power here. And these toilets look like they're from like an assisted living facility or something, but never mind that. I wonder will those turrets also shoot at enemies? Like, maybe we can use them for like area denial or something. Let's just put you away. We actually should have been stockpiling them this entire time. You know what? We're low on health. We might as well take a risk to go after some stuff. That just made you mad. And we're out. Well, I guess that's it for all us. Especially since there doesn't seem to be a sprint button. Tell you what. Could we maybe get this turret to do what we want it to? Just... Nope, it's done for. Hey! Oh my god, your chest is wide open! Oh, we really are playing Dead Space. Well, with any luck, I'll die when my O2 runs out before you get to me. Haha. You ran out of oxygen and suffocated. Look for oxygen canisters around and use them by placing them over your mouth. Oh, and that's all that we mapped out. This place was huge. We didn't kill anything, though. That was only 1 out of 26 blueprints, but I believe we keep those between runs, so we are going to be a little better off each time. Let's go. Low energy. Oh, there's like modifiers. Most rooms will be dark. Batteries are scarce. Okay, so this is the kind of thing that gives this a lot of replayability. Now, for an idea of why I think it's like this, especially from the developers of Dreadhalls, is because there was a time not so long ago where VR games were less full-fledged games and really more of exciting novelties, where half the appeal wasn't even using it for yourself. You bought these things so that you can strap them onto your friend or your grandma and watch them flail about and get scared. And so, a lot of the time, it really is just about the experience. In a lot of ways, that's exactly what it should be. It's the equivalent of that old film of the train coming at the camera, you know? So we're back in this room again, but there is a whole bunch of stuff here. We've got key cards, some kind of tape, and I guess we still start off with our crossbow. There's some oxygen from the get-go. This is already going to be a pretty good start, so let's just load you up. Can we... what do we do with you? Press trigger to play.
And patient number 247. They found this one in the automated shuttle floating outside our ship. Apparently, he was trying to dock with us when the jump drive fired, and it was dragged along for the ride in our wake. Lacerations, 2 fractured ribs, and some minor cerebral edema. A few days in the hibernator should help with all that. If only the others were that easy to fix.
So you don't seem too concerned, but something was ongoing here. Although I can't imagine the story really matters all that much in a situation like this. Still have to reach the courtyard. Okay, I'm thinking that maybe... Oh, you know what? I see, the blue key card, having that be its spawn, allows us to essentially bypass the tutorial. But this still takes a little bit of time. Now, personally, I'm a little more into this one than Dreadhalls. Partly because it has more gameplay to it, and also just because I tend to like the sci-fi setting more than fantasy. But now we're seeing some of that procedural generation. We come up here, and there is no door. So the map is going to be looking a little bit different. Okay, it is Keycard City up in here. And as we discovered, just shooting things is not necessarily always going to be the way to go. Oh! Well, that's unfortunate. Ow! Where'd you go? Where'd you go, head crab? Wait, did you disappear on contact with me? No, no! Oh my god! I can't see where anything is. Whoa! I can't see anything. I can't see anything. That already has done a number on me. Bang. Okay, 2 crossbow hits and you're dead. There's still 1 more of you hopping around. There you go. And grab behind your shoulder to quickly grab an ammo item from inventory. Oh, that's really cool. I think there's something mean just on the edge of my left. Oh my god, did you see that? It was very, very much in shadow. But there was something there. Oh, come on. I don't think I can go down that way. Yep, here you come. Here you come, 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 here you come. Let's just leave you back there. And try going a different way. I just really wish there was some kind of sprint. I mean, it doesn't seem like the monsters actually move all that fast, so it's probably balanced around not being able to. But still... We can get rid of this stuff by powering stuff on, but I'm hearing more skittering. Oh, wow. It's not just this hallway, it's this whole area. The darkness is so oppressive in this, much more so than Dreadhalls. I mean, constantly moving down these hallways, our advancing wall of light pushing against the darkness. Do I even bother with the oxygen? Maybe I'll give it a little bit longer, make the most of it. It's another room like this. I imagine it kind of cycles through the same set of rooms that it can choose from, but we got a nice local map down there. I wonder if there's a way to see, like, the greater map? Well, this is definitely different. And we've got some oxygen. And some more bolts right back here. Thank you. What are you? Also, I think I realize now the number displayed on the batteries is the number of times we can plug them in. Number of times they can be What? What just killed me? Did one of those little tendril things come out of the floor or something? A vent tendril killed you, yeah. You can throw objects around to temporarily distract these creatures, so it tells us what we did wrong, at least. So that's nice. We also unlocked something? Ah, we get to keep our logs as well, so we can piece the story together as we go. Alright, live, die, repeat. I'm actually really liking how easy all of this interface gets after a while, because sometimes VR games make the mistake of having everything be like too UI focused. Here, it's mostly very intuitive, you know? It sort of reminds me of like a simplified, like streamlined version of what was going on in Into the Radius. Actually, we should probably be doing a lot more scrounging than we're doing, yep, because that allows us to get things like this. Having more ammo, always good. In fact, I wonder if we actually can kill the big boys. Oh, there's a key card and more oxygen. We just have to keep a lookout, but remember, we can only carry 10 items at a time, so there is an upper limit. Kind of funny stalking these halls with a little one-handed crossbow. Kind of makes me feel like I'm some kind of like 18th century peasant fighting the horrors of the cosmos. Battery there, more bolts there. Could always use more. But, oh, it's you, sir. Tell you what, if I toss you that way, you'll go out, and I guess do not much with that information. Come on, get the exact right rotation. Oh, ow! What? Okay, so it may have been you that killed me before, but I didn't see you actually do anything. Wow, that's a whole lot of stuff. There you go. Now it's slightly less stuff. Oh, I did not expect you to open automatically like that. Sort of startled me, not gonna lie. But yeah, it looks like these crossbow bolts are, like, plentiful this time around. Oh, look at this stuff. That's one of the main things about VR, is being able to just look around at the stuff, you know? Okay, I'm going to... We've already got 2 oxygen things on us. It sucks to leave that stuff behind. But I think I saw a spot for a red keycard further back, didn't I? No, I thought I did, but I must have been thinking of a previous run, huh? So I'm gonna grab you, use you up, And we'll keep going this way. Well, that immediately pays off. There you go. All that just to get back here. And now you immediately demand a green keycard of me. Okay. You're powered on already, which is actually fortunate for us because, you know, it may even be better in these early stages to just kind of like bum rush this just to get all of the recipes we can. AGD sporting crossbow. Shoots projectiles from a bolt pack, less noisy than a gun. Despite its low weight, the Agidel crossbow packs quite a punch. That, plus not needing a firearms license, made it popular as a civilian self-defense tool in space. The humble crossbow has returned once again.
Attention. Detected structural damage in sections 4 to 8, sector 6. Section 11, sector 9. Section 2, sector 10. Please stay away of the affected areas.
This really does feel like Alien Isolation meets Dead Space in a lot of ways, doesn't it? I mean, in the way the environments are designed and the enemies are handled. Oh my god! Howdy! Okay, well, I guess we're going back the other way then. Screw you. You are angry, but I assume you don't run. And we can always close the door behind us. I don't believe you can open them. Let's get over here and take up positions. We have plenty of crossbow bolts. Maybe we can even use this as an arena to try and bring you down? I mean, I don't know how I actually feel about that. Even though we can't grip with a second hand, it sort of helps, like, stability, I feel like, to put it out here like this, you know? Keeps it lined up. Alright, let's try it. Let's try and eliminate you. Headshot. Nope, miss. Hey, oh my god, you're a different thing. We just hit you right in your one eye. We could kill you, but there's another one. Alright, this is slightly more action-y. Okay, ammo. 1, 2, 3. You know, it's so weird how you simultaneously look like a rubber suit from a 50s B movie and like the most horrifying thing right out of my childhood nightmares. How are we doing on ammo? We still got some bolts. We can pick up more. But okay, now that we know that you are not unbeatable, well, actually, I'm able to see how much I did wrong earlier, but that's the point of a roguelite. It's the learning. You start off a scared little lamb, and eventually you just keep playing it until you're Ellen Ripley. That's the whole appeal. Do I grab that? Not right now. What is this? Pistol ammo magazine. Contains 8 bullets. But the problem with that is going to be that it's loud. The other problem is that we don't have a pistol. Ooh, a window. Oh my god, that explains it. We set up shop in the middle of dark bramble. At first I thought it was like some twisted, like, asteroid, but nope, whatever that thing is, it's probably alive. For all I know, these things that we're fighting down here are just its equivalent of bacteria. These rooms are all fairly nice looking too. The design of the world is fairly nice looking too. Like, one of the issues I had with Dreadhalls was that it was really very samey. This seems to be kind of doing away with those problems to an extent. Okay, we need air, and we need it soon. Did it say flamethrower fuel? Yeah. Okay.
Oxygen concentration below minimum levels. It is recommended you make use of emergency oxygen canisters.
Don't I know it? Okay. So what we can do is we can run over and grab that battery. That'll stop you from doing your thing. But those wall guys will still be there. That's kind of cool how there's like these multiple systems and you kind of have to decide what works for you in the moment. I'm actually going to keep this with me because it's pretty high up. Oh, no, come on.
I've been thinking a lot about bait and Trojan horses and anglerfishes. You know, the ones with the glowing lures. And isn't it weird that we just happened to find this piece of alien tech in our backyard? And now it took us here? And we have this infestation thing going on? I don't know. But maybe fixing it and taking it back home is not the best idea.
You'd go far in the horror world if you were still alive. Unfortunately, you were at the mercy of the idiots. Whoa! Okay, more ammo. More ammo that I know I have. Okay, you're made of tougher stuff. You're made of much tougher stuff. But you can be killed as well. We pretty much have to clear you out of the way. That's the only way we're getting through some of these scenarios. Oh my god! Are you kidding me? Oh, that's it. Come on. Oh, there's a whole bunch of you back here. Alright, hang on. Yeah, oh! You can teleport! You teleport in the darkness! Okay, I think we're out. I think we're out. Go. Shut door behind. Go. And keep running. And break line of sight. You're trying to break through. Keep going. There's got to be something we can find. I think there was more oxygen over here or something. Nope, just bullets. Nothing but useless, stupid bullets. Yeah, no, there's the oxygen. Take you for later. We need more to fight with. We've got no self-defense whatsoever. I was tripping over the stuff, but I ran low on inventory space. Now I wonder, will these things respawn? Or are they dead for good? I'm not quite sure how it works because on the one hand, it probably doesn't want us to kill everything, but it would also mean that we have a very limited budget of time we can spend here from two directions, both from the perspective of oxygen and ammo, because once one runs out, you're in very dire straits. Alright, we can take some from here. That's 2 sets. 3 sets, okay. So we're good for a while longer. This looks important. Okay. Fix issues before attempting jump. Navigation coordinates and Phobian jump drive. Oh, I'm developing some phobias, alright. But we may as well take this opportunity to have a look around, right?
Detected unknown biological compounds outside of containment facilities. Class B emergency has been automatically reported to the dispatch center.
So I'm now realizing, I get that we're trying to save our own skin, but it'd be a pretty bad thing to bring this thing back to wherever we're going, right? I mean, this whole ship should be considered a write-off. HE grenade, explosive grenade, detonates 5 seconds after priming. Okay, well, I can't wait to have to figure out how that works in the moment. Oh, you are back. You are back. You know what? If we're dedicated to learning and the pursuit of science, that worked well. But are there more of you? Of course. Of course there are more of you. All right. Let's load her up. Oh, you can just do that. Okay, cool. Well, I'm dead. A split maw killed you. Try to keep your distance from these creatures and be aware of their blink ability. So let me explain a little bit about what's going on here, because this is a bit of a non-standard video. I recorded this last July, and it's only now that I'm getting around to actually finishing it. In the meantime, I had Matthew try a little bit, so some things may be unlocked that I didn't have before. In fact, I only bought this game in the first place because he wanted to try it. I always love watching him try out the VR stuff because his reactions tend to be a bit more substantial than mine, and they're really entertaining, and I do record them, so let's have a look at some of what his misadventures were like.
Guns that have a charge up sound in a game make me feel really powerful. I love it. Like the contact beam from Dead Space. Someone's liver with cirrhosis is inside that tank. This is like a centrifuge. No, that's the ship. That's a model. O2 is running low. I heard safe music, which means it's similar to those safe rooms in Dreadhalls. Oh, you're not kidding. Okay. Fuck. I'm almost out of O2, which means I want to die again. Oh. Bunch of beep boops in here. That door's open. Do I want to use the urinal oxygen? What the fuck? I'm dead. I got killed by a starfish. Okay, key card. Alright. Making progress. And just like Dreadhalls, the rooms have... What is that? It's actually like a super soaker because I can keep firing it and pumping it to keep it going. They give me a taser super soaker. Are you kidding me? There's something behind that door. Alright. That door. No, there's nothing behind here. What? Whoa! You teleport! Oh, I'm dead. No. That guy just did the creepy Uncle Tickle thing as I approached him.
Despite both of our efforts, we have still not finished a run. And so here we are in March after initially starting this in July. What a start. Maybe some growing pains while I relearn how to play. Oh, we can open this. Bodies still in their cryo chambers, or whatever these are supposed to be. Okay, we of course need all the ammo we can get. There we go. God, these darkened rooms overgrown with this stuff are the worst. And knowing that it all recedes in the light. Light really does contribute to peace of mind in a game like this. Fortunately, peace of mind is the last thing to be found out here. Ooh, a data drive. These data drives are probably the most valuable thing, because in a game like this, Knowledge really is power. Whether that's knowledge for how to deal with enemies in the most efficient way, or knowledge about what's going on here. But at the end of the day, so much of it is just slowly creeping our way down these dreadful, dreadful halls. What? What? What are you? Okay, around the corner. There you go. So there are mobile drones that can lie in wait. Ooh, what are you? Explosive crossbow bolts that explode on impact. Didn't know you were a thing. Okay, there's our O2 warning. Okay, so that's the thing. Hang on. How do I reload? Die, you little piece of crap. That can happen? Alright. Maybe it's a good thing that I'm coming back to this after so many months. Alright, let's use one of those oxygen things. There we go. Feel like I'm Dennis Hopper in Blue Velvet. This slow walk speed will literally be the death of me. More of you. No. Question, what are you? Fuel cell contains nuclear fuel used by jump drives. We probably need those. September 21st, 2051. What they termed is abnormal geological formations on the Martian moon of Phobos. Their exact nature is still a matter of debate. This would appear to give credence to last year's recorded observation by the Nomad 6 probe of electromagnetic pulses emanating from the surface. But probes can only go so far, and if we want to solve this mystery, it becomes imperative that a new manned exploratory mission is... Curiosity killed the crew. Look at that. It's just this ever-present thing looming outside of here. It's so claustrophobic, but anytime we get a glimpse outside, we wish we didn't. I hear badness. Such as you guys! Hey, howdy. Wait, where's the... How about we go like that? Okay, we'll use some of you to deal with that. Or are we better off using the explosive bolts on you guys? You're definitely coming towards the door. I don't remember if you can open them or not. Okay, you know what? What are you? Health stimulant, triggered to inject. I don't know if I've seen these before. We need to find more oxygen. We only have one reload left on that. We came back around. Okay. Looks like we're fighting the crab things. Let's be ready. There you are. Didn't do anything. Ow! And you can fire those from a long way out. Those aren't crab legs, they're tendrils. You're here too, right, you teleport. I remember. No, come on! Nope! Nope! That went right through you. Nope! You think you have so much, and then the second you encounter an enemy, you lose everything. Hey guys, what's for lunch? This would be a great place to turn on the lights. Do we really want to eat any of this? I don't think I have very much left. Alright, how do I heal? Press trigger to
Attention.
inject.
Oxygen concentration below minimum levels.
Oh, that
It is
does
recommended
not...
you make use of emergency
That does not give very much at all. That's like nothing. Howdy. Howdy. Oh, come on. Oh, no. This stuff does not work well. You guys always spawn in big groups. Here comes the explode. Come on! Pick up. Boom. And boom. Single headshots. Boom. Okay, maybe not always. There you go. Oh, it's one of you too! Oh, come on. Get in there. Ow. Come on. Ow. I'm dead. A polypoid killed you. These creatures have a long range. Try to fight them from a distance. Well, that works great in narrow hallways. What is this? Something they brought back from the surface? Yes, I hear you. Find the jump drive. Well, there seems to be a little problem. It needs fuel cells. Insert missing fuel cells. Okay. Where do we do that? Ah, over on that wall there. Alright, well, if we can find some, we can bring them back. We need more data drives, though. Now, these give us electronic circuit parts. Depleted fuel. I wonder if there's any way we can fill them up? These doors are already opened. So is this wall. Good thing we have our own oxygen. The lack of it doesn't seem to matter to these creatures, though. I suppose it wouldn't. What is this? Railgun energy pack. Doesn't do me any good right now, but it probably will in the future. Howdy. There's a fuel cell right there. I'm gonna need you to come to me. Or I could just grab it and go. Oh, come on. There you go. Let's just shut that on you. Squish! And let's bring this back. So, how does this work? Probably need to put you there. And then push you in. This is what VR is good for, is little physical things like this. You'll need to be pulled out. You're still not there. I wonder if these screens can actually be used. Looks like something broke out of containment. This reminds me so much of the flood levels in the Halo games, doesn't it? I mean, the way it just saturates everything! Where did it go? Ow? Like this whole thing, I just don't want to touch any surface. Look at that, that is a full-on thigh cleaved apart. Whatever this is looks important. Still, these fuel cells, we're just not finding any of the good ones. Explosives need to be used a lot more. That's what's going to save us the regular ammo. Ooh, there's another tape.
progress report? Well, I fixed the outer membranes yesterday, but the marrow sacs are still regenerating. The drive is not just a machine. It's also a living thing, like a heart or a brain. It needs time to heal and power. So yeah, we'll have to put up with the brownouts and low gravity for a little while longer.
Great. Let's be ready for a fight. Not the time. Okay, there you go. And there you go. I wonder if it does splash damage. Absolutely horrific. There is something over there. Thankfully, they stand out amid the darkness.
Detected unknown biological compounds outside of containment facilities.
I'm aware.
The emergency has been automatically reported to the dispatch center.
That doesn't look nice. I'm hearing some really not great sounds out there.
And about the thing that came crawling out of the ventilation shaft in the workshop bin. Yeah, it's made out of the same infestation stuff that's been covering walls and floors all over the place. It's just more concentrated. A more developed stage of the same life form. So, please, remind everyone again to keep the damn lights on. Use emergency batteries, rescue flares, whatever you can find to stop more of these things from evolving in the dark.
Maybe keeping these lights on is more important than I think. Maybe it does have some effect on these greater monsters. Let's keep this on us instead of heading all the way back. I think we've still got at least one explosive bolt ready to go. And it is not enough. Come on. Engage from a distance. That bolt helped us out big time. Can we find any more? Nope, but we're finding drives out the wazoo. Okay, let's put you up there. And in you go. That's 2. Now we need 2 more. There's a guy. Alright, oxygen. Where did it go? There it is. Walk on by. Then again, do we really want that in our way when we come back? Probably not, right? Light, 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 light. Okay, we really need to start carrying these power cells with us. That's one thing I have not made nearly enough use of. But a place that is already lit is such a respite, it's unbelievable. Like, genuinely comforting, especially when you find things like this. 2 of what I need, exactly the amount I need, right where I need it. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Oh, great. No, screw you. Explosive bolts would be nice about now. Even if it's our last act, we always need to make sure that these things get in. Captain log. Successful transfer to Phobos Park orbit with 97% efficiency rate. Life support nominal. After system reconfig for Phase 2 is complete, we'll start cargo unpacking and lab prep work. If no issues, we expect ready for surface expedition in 4 days. Never might have been better. What is that? Noisemaker plays a noisy sound that can attract nearby creatures. Not my playstyle. Okay. Trigger. It heals so little, it's unbelievable.
Attention, an emergency has...
That thing is still out here, and with all the doors that are opened, it could be anywhere. Oh my god! Like there, like there, like there, like there! Screw you. Don't follow me. I'm not in the mood. We have enough to power this thing up now. And we would be crazy not to. I mean, hey, it's a milestone, right? Now, you in there. And you up here. Perfect. Now, to see about that thing. Fuel cells 3 of 4? What do you mean? What do you mean? I put in all 4. Yeah? Oh my god! Come on. Oh my god, stop! Oh my god. I'm dead. I'm dead. Stop doing that thing you do. Come on. Thank you. Well, let's do it. Ready for jump. So I might understand that each of these different doors is probably going to be a different aspect of this, because we need to set the navigation coordinates by finding navigation, then find the bridge and jump back to Earth's orbit. The world is probably not exceptionally big, it's just scary to navigate. We unlocked whatever this is. Arachnophobia. All other monsters are replaced by crawlers. Many crawlers. That might actually help us. I'm also going to start setting the starting weapon to random. I don't know if we have unlocked others yet. What blueprints do we have? We have the blueprint for the crossbow and the noisemaker.
The Moss Corporation wishes
So,
to remind you that all of
problem right now we have is a lack of blueprints and also stuff like that.
failure to
But
comply will result in contract termination.
these can make things, these can make things. No wonder they're so abundant. So let's start feeding stuff and see what we can do. Can I get a blueprint by just placing something in here? No. If I wanted to make a noisemaker, then we can place down things that need to be broken. Some more electronics and energy and we can make one. I'll be honest, these things that we have so far don't seem very worth it. If we could make our own health and make our own ammo, that would be a lot more worth it. I mean, we could just take this thing and go, right? It probably doesn't have the range. Ooh, a depleted fuel cell, yes, that does have crafting potential. Everything does. Even the junk has potential, but only if we have blueprints to use them with. Hey, don't have time for this right now. Look at you trying to blend in with the wall. You too. I don't remember turning on arachnophobia. So get down on the floor where you belong. Oh, hey guys. Close, please, thank you. Oh, we can actually step on board the shuttle. In fact, it looks not unlike ours. Airlock access disabled, unsafe orbit. Yeah. Question is, what would allow us to do it? Okay, we can now fabricate oxygen canisters. At this stage, it kind of feels like there's no point in even seriously trying until I can fabricate health. Or especially explosive bolts. But that's the issue I have with games like this, is that I don't feel like I'm accomplishing something and getting a little further each time. I feel like I'm seeing the same things over and over again until the game decides to let me finish. 2 right here. And that's the other issue, is that it's very, very luck-based. I mean, it'll become less so the more blueprints we unlock, but until then, yeah, we are very much at the mercy of the spawns, both in terms of the objects that it's spawning that we need and the layout that it gives us. Because sometimes we find necessary articles pretty much right away, other times less so. Key with you guys is to be really quick on the firing. So again, explosives will make this a lot easier. But see, in some of the early games in this session, we had explosive bolts constantly, and it was great. Haven't seen any for quite a while, but we do have another log.
I understand the sight outside the windows can be unnerving to some of you.
Outside?
Rest assured, the entity is further away than it seems at first glance. So far, it hasn't reacted to our presence. But still, those of you who feel uncomfortable working or sleeping in rooms with windows can talk to the XO. We will reaccommodate you.
What's to feel uncomfortable about? Okay, we only need one more. Oh, what are you? Alright, well, I want to ignore it is what I want to do. Goodbye. So your gimmick is that you throw stuff at me. Noted. Am I going to be able to kill you? Well, there's the last rod we need. Well, we literally can't leave unless we kill you. And you're not all that strong, thankfully, except unless I still just die anyway. What? Hey, pistol. Alright, let's learn how to use one of these. Where does magazine go? Right there. 8 bullets. Well, I've got to imagine they're better than the crossbow, right? Hiya. Four bullets and you're out. And there's more beyond that door. And there's more right here, so that's very convenient for us. It seems like it spawns the most ammo for what you currently have. Because I know I heard a dude. There you are. In fact, there's a lot of dudes. Well, it's definitely a lot easier to use. Now look, I really want to test something. We know that there's an enemy back there. It has not spotted us yet. Right? So if we come in here and find a wall plug. Come on, there's got to be one somewhere. We need oxygen. I have yet to see one. Okay, there's one in here. There it is. Where's that guy at? I need your attention. Come on. There you are. Hey, you! Need your attention. Right this way, sir. Right this way. Come on. Let's see if this works. Nope. Nope, come on. That did nothing. Alright. I kind of suspected that would be the case, but I was really sort of hoping that turning you on would kill whatever's in the room. Thankfully, this is one of those times where when I arrive, I already have each of these things because I've been preemptively collecting them. I also have a data drive that is going to have to get in here at some point. There we go. And we're looking good. We need power. At a certain point, you kind of have to start treating areas like Minecraft caves. If it's just a long, dark, dead end, just seal it up and don't think about it anymore. Because it's just needless complication. You are alive, okay. Can never tell with you guys at a glance, you're just so ugly. Another drive.
I might be losing my marbles here, but listen to this. Did you hear it? It's kind of...
Whoa!
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Failure to comply will result in contract termination.
Well, I guess I don't get to know any of this. Oh! Well, I mean, I got scared, but it worked out worse for you, so... Please be something good. Lightning gun. Modified arc welder turned into a weapon. We're doing Dead Space now. This impromptu lightning gun can deliver an electrical current with a limited range of the user, but requires almost constant manual pumping in order to recharge. Let's try and build it. Let's go for it. You need plastic, energy, and metal and electronics. Plastic, energy, metal, and electronics. All that we can get. There's metal there. God, look at this. This feels like playing Halo 1 in VR. In more ways than one. They were parked staring right at it. Imagine coming upon this for the first time. Ooh, lots and lots of electronics, but we are full up on stuff. There are also modifiers you can get that will increase your inventory capacity but decrease other stats such as health and ability to move. So that's something we can think about. What are you? Ooh, a green key card. You're spoiling me. You're really spoiling me. Flare grenade produces a very bright but short-lived light. It can be used to cleanse rooms of organic infestations. Well, look. You give us 1 energy. Does a larger capacity battery give us more energy when we scrap it? That should be all we need. And fabricate. There we go, our first craftable. Okay, so it's effectively infinite ammo, but it doesn't last very long, and it probably doesn't do a whole lot of damage if I were to make an assumption. But I'm happy to be wrong in that. There must be... We got a green key card. There must be someplace we can use it. It also is extremely close range and thus worthless for something like that. But there we can use a green key card. Look at this thing. Yeah. Okay, no, this thing sucks. It can temporarily stun you, but it's not really very good. Decent for saving ammo against single guys like you, though. But never for more than that. Yellow keycard. We're finding keycards everywhere, but no drives, which are what I need. Found navigation. Probably the most objectives we've completed. Triangulation point. Establish jump coordinates. Wait, find the bridge. Now we just need to jump to Earth's orbit. Wait, we're actually very close. We also have no health.
I'm pretty sure the infestation is not coming from a leak of organic material in the drive, though. Or at least, if there was a leak when the accident happened, it's stopped now. I've checked, double-checked. The fluid levels aren't going down, and the infestation keeps spreading. So, it must be something else feeding it.
Where did that drive go? Hey, you just pop. Under tape.
No, I understand what you're saying, but the Phobian drive is still the top priority. Whatever happened started with it, and I know it's related to that thing floating out there. So if Rebecca needs to divert power from the lighting or life support systems to fix it, she can do that. We're still a few days away from the oxygen levels becoming critical anyways.
I'm really surprised at how rare these things seem to be. Because I'm trying to compare how long I've already spent on this to the length of time it would then take in order to actually get all that. And I'm like, why would anyone stick with it for that long? I can't pick up the heads. Well, that's a shame. Anyway, we've got this now. I guess that counts. We're gonna see what the grenade has to say about this. Not nearly enough, apparently. Audio log? I have to say this, so I spiked the audio.
So to summarize, yes, the Phobian drive malfunctioned and triggered ahead of time. And yes,
Shut
our
up.
location is unknown. Engineering is working around the clock to fix the damages and ready the drive again. And navigation is plotting a course back home. In the meantime, I ask the rest of you to keep a professional attitude and to take advantage of this unique research opportunity.
So it wasn't planned, but they still decided to dip their toes in rather than wait for anything that maybe could approach this more cautiously. So you say this can clear infestation, so that'll remove this. I've long been of the assumption that those are the rooms that creatures can spawn in, but I really want to know if it works on other enemies as well. Like, what effect does light have, if any, on the actual moving threats? EM Pulse Grenade produces a strong EM pulse that damages drones and temporarily disables all electronic devices in a room. Not the most useful thing for me right now, but it could be. What are you? Teleporter. When activated, transports the closest organic creature to a nearby room. Could that possibly be used on myself? Of course, teleporting to a random location is not necessarily the most useful thing. Could actually backfire quite spectacularly. Another one of these things. Pretty much the only thing I'm not cutting at this stage.
We found the tissue in secondary storage. It was covering all exposed surfaces, floor, walls, tables, and was starting to spread to the nearest room. The good news is that UV light seems to kill it. So, keep the lights on at all times. Yes, we're having energy limitations, but this thing spreads fast, and we don't want a bloody infestation on top of all the other problems. So keep the lights on.
You heard what she said. Well, steam doesn't damage you, that's for sure. No, the deals are too good. Let's clear the bridge, as if I have any reason to care. There we go, get out of here. Very inconsistent what light levels actually allow this to work. Actually, this time we're facing a different direction. The ship's relative position to the mass changes. Another one?
What do you want me to say? We didn't build the jump drive. We don't really understand how it works. The company just found it on a rock around Mars, plugged a few wires into it, and started zapping away at it to see what happens. Well, this is what happens.
Really, it seems like there's a severe lack of checks in there. Maybe it was already dialed in to come straight back. Or maybe it's a probe waiting to see who will take the bait. Okay, let's see how this works. Right here, come on, come on. It does not do anything to you. But it does temporarily clear the infection.
Attention, an emergency has been reported. Please follow the instructions of the
Alright.
security personnel.
This is the first time, I think, I have actually found another weapon just around. So we'll put that on our other hip. And I guess keep you loaded with one thing. At a certain point, what you realize is that your reaction when you see an enemy is not cool, I get to fight, or that is scary. It's, oh my god. Another roadblock in the way of progress. What do we get? Handbag. Increases inventory capacity. Well, that's pretty useful. Also sort of expensive. And there is the bridge. A bridge which is very much compromised, I'm afraid. Oh my god, shut up. We need this bridge in top working order. I'm finding like an absurd amount of ammo. Yeah, some of this stuff I just really gotta get rid of. I mean, important rooms like this, so long as they're powered up, it's not a bad place to store stuff. I would also like to make the handbag, of course. So this looks like this is where we need to be in order to jump. Just gotta get those objectives done then. Let's move this here. Howdy. I have so much ammo, I don't really care about using it. Nothing here. We can get a crossbow. Hey. Come on. Thank you. This is the value of the crossbow. Alright, crossbow. You had a nice run, but I would actually rather fill that space with you. There we go. And then you'll just kind of float to the ground. Where did I do with that thing? Thank you. We're doing good. We are effectively on a time limit. Oh, and you do retain the stuff you got from other crafting. Very useful. With one more metal and one more plastic, we should be good to make the handbag. I really hope that'll get us a decent amount more. Stick you there. And now we have 14 slots. A pretty substantial upgrade. So right now I'm getting really lucky in this area with a lot of lights being on. You're doing your thing. See, I'm just concerned, because that clearly has something to do with what we do. I just don't know what we do. See, my suspicion right now is we're going to do the jump, and then we're going to have to leave in that shuttle. And that's going to be like a secret final stage. Oh, no, we can't do that with this. Hang on. Give me that. There we are. Save ammo where we can, but it's not worth damage. Jackpot. Come on. Come on. Come on! Heal! Give me my ammo! Give me my ammo, thank you. Nice, effective grenade. Another log.
I ran the infestation tissue
Detected
through
unknown
test
biological
and
compounds outside of containment
it's
facilities.
strange.
Class B
The results
emergency
were
has
matched
been
to
automatically
human
reported
DNA.
to the dispatch center.
Not only that, I found the same genetic footprint in our database. A mix of technician Marina Tillman and janitor Julian Krause, both missing since the accident. I don't know. Most likely I just botched the test. Cross-contamination, maybe. I'll repeat it later today.
Your guys' ability to brush something off is definitely worthy of the genre. Alright. Hey there. What would I do without this pistol? Okay. If I pick this up, that's 4 ready to go. 4 rods where they're needed. These rooms are cool because you can use them for free power and then just sort of seal them off. There we go. I might do it in that big room on the way here. No. Here we are. Alright. And we've already got power. I've also already got everything I need for the jump drive. Hopefully that means that somewhere nearby I can... Will you please shut up? I already looked at you. Hopefully that means that somewhere nearby we can find a key card. We're doing alright on this run. I just wish I could craft health. You. Start it up. And now we just need navigation. For that, we're surely going to need a key card. The longer we spend here, the more we have to deal with! Oh, come on! Nope, we don't have time. We don't have time. And I think a magazine fell to the floor somewhere. Because, you know, this works about half the time. So how am I getting out of here? Oh my god, there's just so many. Come on. Am I out of ammo? I actually ran out of ammo. It took everything. There we go. That's what this is for. I don't believe it. I had so much. But it just wouldn't stop throwing stuff at me. Oh my god, let me switch hands. There. Come on. Come on. Come on. Nope, gimme. Let's keep it moving. Actually, another thing we can do is go like that. Just hoping that helps. I'll let you deal with whatever you're dealing with there. There we go. Somebody is unhappy behind that door. Just need to find that navigation. Thankfully, it seems like every door in the hub area has actually not been locked, which is a first, really. I can get more magazines from the bridge if need be. This door shall remain shut, and we'll be ready with another magazine on this. There you go. But we only found those ruins and vestiges, which is the worst possible outcome and poses an urgent question to humanity. What happened to the Phobians? Probably this, and we must find an answer soon, because whatever existential trap destroyed them might still be lying in wait for us. If there is indeed a great filter, a challenge most civilizations fail to meet, it looms just ahead. You guys are back. Please die. Please die. There's gonna be a whole lot more nonsense where that came from. Can I rush up and close that door? I need to. The question is, can you teleport out of there and get me once you spotted me? You know, I'm starting to think you can. Even after going all the way back to the bridge to get that ammo. I'm already basically running out. What is this? Hello, did that play or what?
Starting now, if you need to make use of the fabricator in the courtyard, you must ask a requisition officer for a blueprint. If authorized, they will give you a data drive to unlock the blueprint so that you can use it freely. But remember, you must return the data drive when you're done. Don't just leave them lying around in random places.
Yep, can't do that or else I might only find like a couple in hours of gameplay. Here we go. Here we go. We just need to find some power for you, which can come from this hallway. Red keycard needed there. Okay, well this hallway has proven that it doesn't deserve power, if anything. Alright, you go there. You close. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, thing. Now, where's that panel? There we go. And there we go. Now all we need to do is jump back to Earth. Okay, we still have some ammo, we still have some oxygen. Nope. Howdy, buds. Goodbye. Oh my god, come on. At this rate, it is literally just a battle of attrition. Is there even enough on the map to do what I need to? Okay, we've got to get back to the bridge. Alright. Let's jump. Possibly the worst thing we could possibly do.
Warning, drive activation in progress.
Engaging drive-in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We did it. Find a means of escape. Well, I know where to go, but I don't know what to do once I get there. Let's just hope we can make it. And keep an eye out for oxygen, because we are quite low on that, actually. The place I'm going is also fairly dangerous, which is why I've sealed most of it off. What are you? You're a brand new thing? Okay. I kind of figured there'd be something new. Oh my god, you actually look almost... I don't know what you look almost. Alright, if I can keep you coming behind me like this, hopefully I can outrun you. I also hope you don't have the wherewithal to loop back around, because I don't have the oxygen. I don't know if I should be closing doors behind me either. Oh my god, this is the furthest I've been, by far. Why did we bring this thing back to Earth? This is such a selfish maneuver. Our own survival, now compromising billions. And therefore not ensuring our survival. Okay, here's where we need to be. Escape in the shuttle. Thankfully we found this earlier. I don't like hearing those sounds. Go, go, go. Ready to undock. Okay, we just had to get here. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, that is such a beautiful sight. Of course. I've seen Alien. And Dead Space is arguably worse. Oh my, what a beautiful sight after all this time. I really hope the re-entry heating burns off whatever's attached itself to the outside. This is so cool. What? Oh, look at that. We actually made it. I actually feel like falling to my knees and kissing the ground. That is amazing. I gotta say, after getting really, really bogged down in the gameplay, this ending actually feels really rewarding, and it's not at all what I expected. Never mind, it's precisely what I expected. We brought it back with us. Huh, for a game that spent a lot of time in cramped dark corridors. This sure is a grand scale for the ending, and now I'm falling to my knees for completely different reasons. I'm not sure if I should start on my outro or just kind of wait for this to play out. You know, if you ignore the fact that I died repeatedly trying to make this happen, it seems pretty clear that this was the plan all along. I think that that thing they found, well, I guess the drive itself was what they found outside of Mars. And that's probably like a seed that this thing disperses throughout the universe so that any civilization that finds it will be brought to it, and inevitably it back to where they came from. That truly was an ending befitting of a sci-fi horror story. And look, we can see our stats. Yeah, so that's the thing, is that now I've beaten the game, I got less than half of the text logs, very few blueprints, because I saw very few drives throughout the game. And that's the thing, is that this took so long, and I had seen most of what I was going to see within the first, half an hour or so. And so a lot of the game, I was just so bored, moving at an excruciatingly slow speed, just hoping that RNG doesn't screw me over. As a cosmic horror story, I loved it, because even though our actual gameplay was very small in scale, there's such a sense of bigness that you can just feel all throughout. As the story is revealed to us, we learn about how we were kind of led here through our own ambition. How what we thought was our progress, us conquering the universe, was actually just us falling into a trap that had been laid for us. And it does have its moments of physical bigness, like when we look out the bridge, like anytime we're able to see out the windows, it's always like a small port like this. You can never get a full picture of what's out there, even though there is something full out there. You just can only ever get a piece at a time. Learning about how what happened to the crew didn't happen all at once, but slowly over time, we're walking in the remains of another entirely different horror story. We're only coming in the final act. But the issue that I have really comes from gameplay, because it feels like all of this was paced out really slowly. Like, there was so much more for me to learn, and I'm sure I can go in and keep replaying and unlocking stuff, but why would I? I mean, I probably would have been a lot more interested during the 4 or so hours of gameplay that it took to beat this if I had been finding more of these things throughout, if I had had more to craft, if I had had more to listen to. And it's not really all that scary either. Like, once you get used to the sounds of the ship and the monsters, there's really not all that much to worry about, because after the first couple runs, I was not afraid of the game. I was afraid that my time would be wasted when a run gets thrown out. I do have to give it credit that, unlike most games of this sort, the ending is truly fantastic. I mean, it really felt rewarding after everything we had been through. Given all we learned, I am really curious just how much more is in these logs. But for now, I am going to have to step away from this, and if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this game out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one.